This is a place.
This is the place?
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place.
Thank you for listening to This is a Place podcast. My name is Brandon.
I'm Nate.
And we want to wish everybody, especially Nate, a happy Nathan Day.
Say what?
It's your day, bud. You've been
Today's
waiting.
my day.
Today's your day.
Ooh, that means I can stay home from work. I always stay home from work, but I don't have to work.
You can stay home extra long.
I can sleep in. I won't sleep in.
How do you feel? How do you feel having a day dedicated to your name?
I had no idea. I will let people know that today is my day.
You better do it.
It reminds me, there's a flower shop in Draper that they'll put up a name on their little sign outside. And if your name is that name, you get a free flower. So I feel like this is pretty equivalent. And then salsa lados, how do you say it? That we talked about a year or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
They'll do that every once in a while on their Facebook. If you're named this name, then you get a free meal. And they did Nathan once, but I didn't go.
You should have went.
I should have gone. I think it was actually like I was like almost done with like fasting for the day. And I'm like, I don't want to ruin my fast for.
It's also, I feel we should talk about these other two things just because we have to. It's also Drinksgiving.
Drinks?
So you want to pregame for tomorrow for Thanksgiving? You do Drinksgiving.
Okay.
And National Cranberry Relish Day.
Okay.
Which makes me ask the question, what are your thoughts on cranberries and cranberry sauce in general?
I like the cranberry sauce if I'm doing like a turkey sandwich. Like a couple.
Like a moist maker?
Yeah. There's a few sandwich shops that do like a Thanksgiving turkey sandwich where they do like stuffing and cranberry sauce and turkey, obviously, and mayo. And so I like it in that aspect. Or if I make, leftover turkey sandwiches, I like the cranberry sauce on it. But I'd rather put gravy on my turkey than cranberry sauce. But I feel like that's something everybody feels they need to have because you're just supposed to have cranberry sauce. And then maybe one person takes a small scoop from it. So it's kind of a waste. In my opinion.
To me, it's kind of similar to the cornucopia. You got to have it there on the table. You got to have it for the aesthetics. You have to have that red cranberry color on the table. Even if you don't eat it, it's kind of more a decoration to me.
Right. Yeah. It's like, you're supposed to have it. It's just what you're supposed to do. So people do it. So cranberry sauce sales go way up, right? During the holiday season.
And nobody eats it outside of Thanksgiving.
Probably ends up in the landfill.
Craisins, cranberry juice, people eat those things.
It's true. Is it Brian Regan that makes the joke that cranberries are getting into everything? Back when it was getting into all the juices. But I mean, as far as the sauce goes, right? No, I don't. I think that ends up in the trash more than not.
If there's someone out there that actually appreciates cranberries and cranberry sauce, our apologies. But
when I drink soda, I like. Was it 7-Up that does the cranberry one?
Oh, yeah. So they've got
pomegranate
one, ginger ale.
Ginger ale,
yeah. Dry that's got a cranberry flavor.
So I did enjoy it in my soda. So I've got a few stories for you today.
Oh boy.
We're going with soda.
Let's get into it.
My wife and I went to Archibald's, right? This year we remembered, both you and I remember the Archibald gift card thing, and you got yours.
You hooked me up.
I hooked you up last round back in June when they did a mid-season or a half-year sale. So my wife and I went last weekend to Archibald's to get our discounted gift cards. And this guy comes over to me. We're sitting waiting for a table because we're going to eat there as well. It's my wife's birthday. She has her coupon, right? You know me, coupons, gift cards, doubling up. This guy comes over, just like, oh, hey, you guys eating here tonight? We're like, yeah, like, dude, they got gift cards over there for $10. I'm like, yeah, we know. That's why
That's
we're
why I'm
here.
here.
But anyways, it was super busy. Our waitress, you can tell, like she was doing the best she could. She wasn't like rude, but she could tell she was really busy.
Mm-hmm.
Which was kind of fine. Sometimes I don't like all the chit chat and the fake, you know, how you doing type
Pleasantries.
stuff, pleasantries. So my wife got like a peach lemonade or something like that. She got a lemonade, and I'm like, I just got water because then I just drink too much of the lemonade stuff and it's too sugary. So I usually get water when I go out to eat now since I don't drink Diet Coke anymore. So she comes up at the end because you tell she felt kind of bad, kind of not paying no close attention. She goes, "Hey, do you want a to go drink for your way out?" We're like, "Yeah, sure." So she comes back to the table with two drinks. One, the lemonade for my wife, and guess what she gave me?
Soda.
A Diet Coke. I'm like, okay. So she picked the soda that she thought I would like. And I think the reason why,
Did she pick right?
no, because I don't drink soda,
Well,
but
yes. But
yeah, I guess so. I guess back in the day, I drank a lot of diet stuff. Um, but I'm thinking that the reason she thought that is because she was so busy. She gave me water with a lemon on the brim. So I think
mm,
when she came over and saw the lemon, she assumed I had a Diet Coke. That's something I could think of. So yeah, I got a free Diet Coke that I couldn't drink to
well, I
take
was gonna
home with
ask
me.
if it was free, then are you obligated? You have to drink it?
Well, I did because I was curious to know what the drink was. So I'm like, so I did taste it. And then the funny thing is, I haven't had Coke for so long or Diet Coke. I wasn't sure if it was diet or regular Coke. So I had my wife and like, what is
Mm.
this? Is this Diet Coke? And she confirmed it was Diet Coke. So
So you technically broke
it's
your streak.
I
You
know,
drank it.
no, I've tasted stuff here and there, but I don't like get soda when I go out
It's not drinking
or
a
take a
full
soda.
full thing.
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of like recovering alcoholic. You have a sip here and there, it's okay.
That's exactly how that works.
Yeah, soda holic. That's what I meant to say. So, anyways, that's one story I wasn't really wanting to tell you, but it just came up because
You had
everything
to
else
tell me.
I
You
had to
had
tell
to.
you. I got a free soda.
The people got to know.
They got to know. But I've got two more stories. That's okay to start off, since they kind of relate to our topic today, which is Black Friday's coming up. Is Black Friday even a thing anymore? I feel like it's
Dude,
Black
no.
Month,
It's
right?
Black Month. It really has become a full month, though. I've been getting Black Friday texts and alerts on my phone for all the things
Yeah,
since
like
November
Walmart started
began.
like 2 weeks ago. I swear I got like a message because I had the Walmart Plus, and it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
same.
you got a few hours until. I'm like, what? So the good thing is, I believe, in my opinion, that they're starting to pull back from doing stuff on Thursday on the
Mhm.
actual Thanksgiving.
On your
Um,
phone, you can do it, but that nobody has to work in theory because of that.
right, but I mean, it was so dumb having to go to the stores. So, which was kind of cool. The movie Thanksgiving, that's what it's kind of about, is the fact that they were open on Thanksgiving. So I maybe spoiler alert there, but not too much. If you read the whatever you call it, how do you say it?
The synopsis.
Yeah, of what the movie's about. So I wanted to bring this up a few episodes ago, but I'm like, I'll save it for our shopping episode. But remember when we were watching Halloween at your house and I was a little bit late,
Yes.
as
How could
usual?
I forget?
How could you forget? But the reason I was late because my wife and I had to go get some grocery shopping done for something. But we're over at Smith's in, gosh, what would that be? Kind of over the border of Murray, like 45th South and Redwood. Is that what it is? Or 41st and Redwood?
Okay.
Anyways, over
Yeah.
in that area. I don't know which south it is. And we had most of our stuff ready. And my wife was looking at something down an aisle, and I was just sitting out in the aisle. And I was about 30 yards away from like the bakery, not the bakery, like the deli section, right? One of the lady worker over in the deli, like she yells like, "Hey," I thought she was yelling my name, like Nate. And I kind of look over and she goes, "Hey." Again, I thought she was saying Nate because Nate, hey, and Nate. kind of sounds the same. So that's kind
Right.
of that downside that be for Nathan's out there for Nathan Day, if you go by Nate. And then she starts waving me over. I'm like, do I know this person? Because I know so many people from all the sports, from managing properties. I just know a lot of people. I just don't remember what their names are or how I know them. So I'm looking at her. I'm like, how do I know her? And she goes, come here. And I come walking over and she's like, oh, I thought you might like this. I'm putting this stuff on clearance right now, and I thought you might like it. I'm like, oh, how does she know me? And then my wife comes over and she sees me talking to her and she goes, oh, do you guys know each other? And she's like, no, I just figured he might like some discounted stuff. And I'm like, I have the face for it, right? That she
Some
was
people
getting
have a
ready to,
face for radio. Some
yeah.
people have a face for deals.
I got the face for deals. I also had the face that looks like I work at the store whenever I go to a store all the time. I had like I think I told you one time I was wearing like cargo shorts and a t-shirt and somebody asked me where something was, like if I worked
Mm,
there, and I'm like, is this a outfit employee? Maybe at Walmart, but
that is the worst.
so yeah. So she knew me without knowing me that I love the deals. So I think she gave us some fried chicken, which it was a no eat day that way day anyways, so I couldn't eat anyways. But we got some fried chicken for the kids for a discount. So appreciate her recognizing a deal shopper. Um, but my second story is kind of an ethical story, and I need some help
Okay.
on what would you do. So
Me and all the listeners.
yes, and you mostly, and then the listeners, what would you do? So to a little backstory, when I was like 7 or 8 years old, my mom and I were shopping at Fred Meyer's
Mm,
over in Sandy.
throwback.
Throwback. And we're walking out of the store, and like right by the opening of the doors, there was a dollar bill laying on the floor. So I pick it up, and I didn't see who it belonged to. And I tell my mom, she goes, oh, you can have it. I'm like, oh, mom, it's not mine. I can't keep it. And then she wants to do the lesson. So we go back inside customer service and say, somebody dropped their money. And they're like, oh, and they're thinking it's cute that this like 7-year-old kid is trying to be honest, right? So
Yeah.
they said, tell you what, we'll hold on to it for a week. If nobody comes back to claim it, then you can have it. So, and I think they even like called like every other day to let us know that nobody's claimed their dollar bill yet.
Yeah.
So I got to go back a week later, and they gave me the dollar bill. And I think a bunch of kids like put in some change too. So I got like $1.50 or something at the end of the day. And
Interest.
yeah, I got some interest. So me trying to be honest. So fast forward to yesterday, I'm at a store walking through the parking lot, which is pretty empty. There was nobody really in the parking lot because it was kind of towards closing time. I look down on the ground, and there's a $20 bill. This one right here, sitting on the, well, you can't see it because it's all blurry. Anyways, sitting on the ground, and there's like nobody around. So I pick it up, and the 7-year-old in me is like, this isn't mine. I got to find the owner of this. But if I were to take that into customer service and say somebody lost $20, all they're going to say is, why, thank you, and put it in their pocket, right? Or anybody else. What do? Do you just keep the $20? Obviously, I kept the $20 because I just showed you the $20. But I'm like, what do you do? What do you do?
That's a tough one, man. Donate to charity.
And then I guess the question is, at what price point is it
Yeah,
unethical to keep, right?
that is a good question because yeah, someone lost $20, so they're out the $20, right? Sucks. But
It's not going to kill.
are
Well,
they
hopefully, it's not going to kill them.
right?
Losing.
But are they gonna go to a store looking for their $20?
Right. Well, it was like it definitely it was folded up, which makes me believe somebody had it in their pocket and they probably pulled out their keys. So
Mm-hmm.
they're not even going to notice it's gone until
They might
they're
not
looking for it.
even ever notice it's
They
gone.
might never notice that it was gone. So, and then at that point, how do you backtrack to find out where you dropped your $20?
Yeah.
So
I'll
I'm like,
say
oh,
this. Some stores, when I worked at Macy's, there was a process for if you found money and they'd hold on to it for a certain amount of time.
really?
So maybe if you get the right person that's working and is ethical and is not going to pocket it themselves, then you're square. But then it's like finders keepers, losers weepers,
Right.
because you might give it to the store people and they might do the same thing as you. Like they found it for me. Thank you.
Yeah. And all they have to tell me is like, yeah, they came and claimed it. There's no
That's what's so
It's a
hard
way to
about
prove it.
cash is, and I don't carry cash just
Yeah, me
for
neither.
part of that reason, because I don't want to lose cash and then it's gone forever. If it's in your account and someone steals it through fraud, you get your money back. That's a tough one. I think it comes to like, is there something attached to it? A wallet, right? You find a wallet, obviously
Oh,
that's a different
100%,
scenario,
right?
but I just say you got a lucky day
Yeah.
for $20. Maybe
Yeah.
$100, maybe $100. Maybe for 100 I would take it up. Maybe.
Yeah. But the store I was at was questionable too. So,
What store was it?
one of my stores.
Oh, you keep that
So,
money, bud.
yeah, it would not get back to its rightful owner. So, yeah, but I felt it was kind of karma because that morning we were doing what's called the Moneyball Pickleball tournament, and I was 1 point away from winning $20, and I lost. So I think it was just karma saying, "Here's the $20 you deserved." The universe saying, "Anyways, you should
You're
have won
even
that game."
Steven.
Yeah. So there you go.
You know what you should do with that $20?
Turn it
You'll
into
take it
40.
and buy me a gift. No, we should split it. I'll take 10, buy a gift for you. You take the other 10, buy a gift for me from the place we're talking about today.
Okay. So do you want to pause real quick while we run to the store and then we'll come
Yeah,
back and
sure. Okay. Venmo me the money. Okay, and we're back.
we're back.
So we are talking about, as you mentioned, Thanksgiving this week, tomorrow, Black Friday. Everybody's doing their Black Friday shopping at the Walmarts, the Targets, the big box stores. Where you should really be doing your Black Friday shopping is where's Black Friday every day, baby. The DI,
Desert,
Deseret
Deseret,
Industries.
Industries. Wow. I got up way too early this morning.
Yes, it is Deseret
AKA
Industries,
the DI.
which probably 95% of the Utah population just takes their stuff to and doesn't even go inside.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Maybe 95, maybe not 95.
But I do
Everybody
believe,
has a reason to go to the DI at some point or another.
yeah, but I do believe over the last 10, 20 years, some of the bigger brand like Goodwill came into town,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't think really had Goodwill growing up that I can remember. And then you got Savers and you got all these mama and pop thrift stores popping up. So the DI doesn't have the monopoly that I think they used to have back in the day in the thrift store side of things. But it's still a staple in Utah, and it's kind of a what's the word, an urban slang to say DI for stuff like, oh, that must come from the DI. Like you never say from the
Yeah.
thrift shop. Like in Utah, you don't say from the what was
Goodwill.
that song? Going thrift shopping
Thrift shop.
song.
Yeah. I think that's what
Yeah.
it's called. The
Yeah. Here we
Macklemore.
call it going to DI, right? We don't really say
I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket.
going to the DI.
Yeah, we say
Um,
we're gonna take it to the DI. That's even if you're gonna take it to Goodwill. I'll take it to Goodwill if the DI is closed.
sure. We actually, the thing is, DI, especially with COVID, and I don't know if they fixed it, but it came almost a pain to donate to
Mm-hmm.
DI.
It's better
So
now. It's back to
we,
normal.
is it no back to normal? So
Yeah,
we've been, honestly, we've been going to Goodwill because it's
because
across
you
the
didn't have to
street.
do an appointment.
Yeah, you just pull up and they come out and they grab everything for you.
DI does the same.
And then they give you like a 20% off coupon. So
DI
like,
doesn't do that.
no, they do not. So they give you, I think that their little voucher for your receipt, whatever, at the bottom is a 20% coupon. And yeah, we shop at the Goodwill a lot too, but that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the DI, and we can get into our opinions about that. But do you know how DI started?
I don't. Please
Well, let
enlighten
me
me.
tell you. DI was established in August of 1938 by church
Wow.
president Heber J. Grant. That's how long ago it was. Toward the end of the Great Depression. The goal was to collect donated goods, employ people to collect and repair items, and sell items through thrift stores. Initially, DI operated under the church security plan, now as part of the LDS Church welfare system. As of well, 2022, which was just a year ago, DI had 46 stores and additional manufacturing facilities. And in 2020, a lot of them were closed, which is crazy because like Goodwill, Savers, and those stuff, those places started actually saying, stop donating your crap. They couldn't don't they were overflowing because DI wasn't taking donations,
Mm.
and so
And
all
everybody's
that
cleaning their house
overflow.
out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The line at Goodwill was like insane for a while because and they yeah, a lot of them were saying, please stop donating. We got too much stuff. Like I said,
Wow.
everybody was, but 46 of their stores are in Arizona, California, Idaho, Nevada, Oregon, Texas, Utah, and Washington.
I didn't know they had so many outside of Utah.
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
So when you're when you're visiting California, head on over to the DI. I mean, Idaho makes sense,
Idaho, yeah.
but Texas is a little interesting, or in Washington.
Do you know how many stores are in each state?
I'm sure we could Google that, but I did
we
not
we
go
don't
that
care.
far.
We don't care.
If it's not on Wikipedia, then we don't care. I do know their tax ID number though. So
Please, please share.
87-042-9068.
There you go. It's public information. It doesn't matter. We're not doing anything illegal.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been around for a few years, since 1938.
I think one of the best things about the DI is how many employment opportunities it provides for people that otherwise don't get them. I mean, you
Oh
go to the
yeah.
DI and you have a lot of refugees working there, people with special needs and disabilities. It's really a great way to give somebody a job when they normally
Yeah.
wouldn't be able to get
Job
one.
skill training.
Yeah, job skill training. It helps
They do
people
for
get
the
better jobs.
physically, emotionally, and socially challenged people.
Yeah.
And did you know that Desert Industries also sells new furniture
I did know that
from its,
because
yeah,
my bed, my wife and I's first bed when we got married was from the DI.
yeah,
A brand new bed.
yeah. They have a manufacturing plant in Salt Lake City where they make the furniture, and it's actually pretty reasonably priced, and it's not bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty good
Um,
quality. I mean, it lasted us for. I mean, we probably could still have it, but it was too tall for the kids. So yeah, it's good quality, and they sell kids. I think a bunk bed I see
uh-huh.
frequently
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
They
Yep.
sell
Yep. Yep.
new suits too. I think new like is it new suits,
Jackets? Do they?
jackets and
Maybe.
suits? I think so.
Every once in a while, I'll see like some new, like any other thrift store, you'll see new items there that maybe are a surplus from another company, or maybe companies are donated to the DI because they know what it's about.
And they get
Um,
like a incentive for it as well, you know.
so that's one thing I do like about the DI is that, I mean, I know it's part of a church and everyone has their opinion on religion, but it is a charity foundation or charity business where Savers and Goodwill are corporate, you know.
Mm.
um Especially like Savers, yeah, that's definitely a corporate, my understanding, corporate business. And so they're not necessarily trying to, like we just mentioned, help people further their careers, or get their career started, or teach them how to work.
They could. I mean, we don't
Yeah, and
know.
I think Goodwill maybe focuses a little bit on that, to be honest with you, now I think about it. But um yeah, all the other thrift stores are usually for profit, and so
And
that's what I believe. Maybe they're not, maybe I'm wrong, but I
maybe
know
even
they're
more
definitely
so
more commercial. They're
as
more commercial than they are for charity.
yeah. It might have even increased that because thrift shops are not what they used to be because a lot of people go there to look for deals, look for steals, things that they can then flip and sell online that
Yeah.
people donate without even thinking. I mean, you hear all the
Oh yeah.
stories about there's a painting from I mean, I just saw one the other day that a painting was just hanging in someone's house that was worth millions of
Millions.
dollars. And that's not an uncommon story to hear out of a thrift shop. Someone found it
Yeah.
at a thrift
Yeah.
shop.
I'm part on Facebook. I'm part of a couple of groups, this reseller groups.
Mm-hmm.
And they're always like, slip by Goodwill today. Here's what I found, you know. But Goodwill now has an online auction website. They
Hmm.
have a store that you can go in and buy stuff. So it's been interesting because they're starting to figure out what stuff is valuable, and they don't put them on the shelf so it gets donated. They put it into their profit center. So it's
Yeah.
kind of you kind of lose that. I mean, every once in a while you can go to Goodwill and find a treasure that they might have not noticed. I mean, because it's hard to know everything about everything.
Right.
Um, I mean, Savers is a little bit better that they don't. I don't believe they do stuff like that. And then DI kind of knows what the collectibles are every once in a while, and they have that little case of their
Yeah.
collectibles, which was frustrating because yesterday when I went to the DI, my son loves Skylanders, which is frustrating with Goodwill because they won't put Skylanders out on the floor anymore because now they're
Mhm.
too valuable. But there was a bucket full of Skylanders in their collectibles case. And if I would have gone straight to the collectibles first, like I kind of normally do to see what's over there, I might be able to grab it because somebody put a sold tag on it. Like, because the lady looked at the time and it was like right as I was walking to the store, what she told me. I'm
Oh
like, hot dog
man.
on it. And they hadn't purchased it yet. So I'm like, oh, you're closing soon. So, anyways, but yeah, so they have their collectibles. But even then, if you don't know, I mean, there's ton you can make money. I know people make good money going to DIs and thrift stores and flipping stuff on eBay or Facebook or whatever. So,
I don't have the
but you
time or
really,
patience for it.
yeah, but you definitely have to know
Yeah.
your
I mean,
stuff.
when I was there, I even saw a guy. They've got probably, I'm sure they have apps and things you can scan stuff and find
Hmm.
out if it's
For
valuable.
like books, especially, right? You see them scanning the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw a guy there who was scanning a lunchbox to see if it was worth anything. And I don't know. It's kind of sad to see that a little bit. Like, that's not the intent of the DI or maybe the original reason for a thrift shop wasn't for people to do that. Like, good on them, it's fine, but it kind of loses that, you know, people go there and they're just looking for cheap stuff because they can't afford, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I for me growing up, I think the DI was stigmatized, like it was like taboo. Like you shop there, like things aren't going well with your family. But
Yeah,
I feel like thrift stores have made a turn. Do you feel that way too? Like
a
people
little
don't
bit.
like they don't frown upon it as much as they used to.
I mean, you can get some good clothes from there.
Oh,
This
100%
this shirt I'm wearing right now, I got from the DI.
for real.
It's a nice sweater. It's a nice big sweater. So
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
find
don't have any um what do you call it? Aversion to shopping in the DI. I mean, I'm kind of to the point where books are so freaking expensive, especially kids'
yeah,
books. And we've bought so many of them. And then we went to the DI for, research purposes, and my wife found a bunch of books. I'm like, why do we buy books from Barnes and Noble or Target or whatever for like $20 a book when here you can get
for two,
20
three
books for
dollars.
a buck?
Yeah,
It's not that
exactly.
good, but it's the same books a lot of
Yeah.
times and
Yeah.
way cheaper.
Yeah. And if I come to your house, I'm not gonna be able to pick out which books you got from the DI, right? So I think
Unless you
that's
leave
the
the
whole
tags
thing.
on them.
Then yes, you would. But I
But
think for the last probably 10 years of my kids' life, we just go to thrift stores and buy their clothes, especially when they're doing, I mean, DI doesn't do this, but other stores do like half off days.
yeah,
Because they grow out of stuff so quickly. And I can't tell you how many times I'm gone to a thrift store and there's the tags are still on it, like the brand new tags. So
hmm
get them at a discount. So
we took a trunk full of kids' clothes the other day. It was probably, I don't even want to imagine how much money it was to buy those clothes, and then we just handed them
give them away.
over. It was
Yeah.
probably 6 bags of clothes that don't fit my kids anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's what my wife was doing forever, buying stuff off of these boutique websites and stuff. And then a lot of times the kids never got a chance to wear them because they just grew so fast. So
Yeah,
that's a cool thing too, is like if your kid ruins their shirt or their pants, you're like, yeah, they were $5 anyways, at the
right.
whatever store. And kids grow so fast. I don't feel the wear and tear on their clothing usually isn't too bad
Yeah,
compared to somebody like you wearing your sweatshirt for 3 years and then donating it. Right.
yeah.
So yeah, but I will say though, my only problem with DI is that their pricing has gotten a little crazy over the years. Like
Mm.
sometimes I go to the DI and I see a shirt and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the same shirt they're selling at Walmart right now. But it's more expensive at the DI than it is at the Walmart. So it doesn't make any
Mm,
sense. So I don't know how they structure or figure out, okay, this is what we're going to charge for this item. But I mean, sometimes you're going like, okay, that's a really good deal. But even like yesterday when I was doing my DI shopping, um, there was one rack that had a lot of new stuff. It was anyways of the same item, but every item had different same piece of clothing, but every item had a different price on it. So I'm like, how
yeah,
do they decide?
that would be interesting to see how they decide prices on things.
Yeah, is it what they think the most they can get, or is it just I don't know. But then you go find another item, you're like, oh my gosh, this is like they're giving this thing away, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's hit and miss. So I have a couple of few friends that like thrifting as well, and they love the DI, but DI is not usually a place. If I'm going quote unquote treasure hunting, DI is not usually a place I hit up
Yeah,
because I feel like it's a little bit more expensive than the other thrift stores around.
it's a staple. As you said,
100%.
it's in our vernacular. It's our vocabulary at this point. If you're in Utah, you're gonna DI it.
And for some reason, every time I want to go to the DI, it's always Monday after 6 o'clock. So
They are not open at that
yeah,
time.
so that's one thing. They're not open Sundays and they're not open after 6 o'clock on Monday
Is they are open that late on Monday?
till 6. Yeah.
Because normal days they're only open till 7. So it's only,
Really? I didn't
yeah.
know they're open till 7.
They
I
take
thought they were open later.
donations till 6 throughout the week. This is speaking from the one I went to. Donations up until 6, I believe, during the week. Maybe it's earlier on Saturday, but then they're open till 7. So when I went, I took my trunk full of clothes at 6:45, close to closing of the donations, and then went inside. I was able to look around for another half hour or so.
It's interesting. I didn't know they closed at 7. I know Goodwill's that way. And it doesn't make sense to me because a lot of the people who probably need to shop there have regular jobs. And if
That's
you have regular
true.
jobs 9 to 5, so you only have an hour and a half to go shopping. So I find that interesting that they close so early. You think 8 would be more reasonable
Yeah.
time to shut down shop, but good for them. So which DI did you end up going to?
I went to the one in West Jordan.
Okay. Yesterday I was up in Davis County, Weaver County,
Mm.
and so I was like, oh crap, it's Monday. I mean, sorry, Tuesday. Yeah, it was Monday. And and I'm like, they're gonna close by 6 o'clock, so I better just go get it done now.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is, I was getting on the freeway, and I remember because I was up in Layton at that time, and I was getting onto the freeway to start hitting north or south, and I'm like, crap. I'm in the turn lane. There's no way to get over because there's a DI literally across the underpass, and I'm like, I'll go to the. So I ended up going to the one in Centerville,
Okay.
which was kind of fun.
Because you
So I
never been
felt
there before.
never been to that one before. I didn't even I hardly ever go into that part of town of Centerville, so it's kind of fun to explore that area. But it kind of felt like an older DI because I feel like a lot of them have like remodeled over the years.
Yeah.
But it felt a bit older to me. But it was fun. They had a lot of good stuff, and I had a hard time not spending too much money. So
So you did find some good stuff.
I did buy some good stuff. Oh, I'll tell you the one fun story about DI that I have. So a lot of times when I'm out like looking at properties or doing appointments, I'll have some time to kill. And it was early in the morning, and I was over on 21st South and 7th East or
Mm-hmm.
9th East, where that DI is, where it used to be Circuit City. And I had like an hour to waste, and I'm like, oh, the DI is opening. There's like a line of people to get in. So they open the doors and everybody rushes in. Like a lot of Latinos were rushing in, and they like it was like a Black Friday sale, right? Even though
Wow.
it's just a normal day, right? It's just a normal day. They run back to the shoes and they all have shopping carts and they're just like grabbing the shoes and throwing them in the cart. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
gosh.
I guess they were resellers or getting ready to sell like at a swap meet or something like that. And like and because speaking a little bit of Spanish, they were starting to fight with each other, saying you just can't grab shoes and put in your cart.
Without looking at
It's
them.
yeah, like there's rules, there's unspoken rules, and they're all fighting over these shoes. And there wasn't anything spectacular about the shoes, in my opinion. And the one probably most expensive pair of shoes nobody touched. They're those shoes that you to help you learn how to jump higher. They have those like
Okay.
kind of
The Kramer
platforming stuff.
shows, the Kramer
Yeah, the
shoes.
Kramer shoes. Yeah. So I just walked right over and I grabbed them and I'm like, huh, they're my size. Those things like sell on eBay for like 150 bucks, but
Really?
they didn't know. So I think it's kind of funny how they're all fighting over these $2, $3 shoes and everybody just left this piece of gold sitting on the shelf that I stole. So that's one of my funny like DI stories I thought was interesting. I didn't know people wait outside getting ready to go in when they first open.
One of their days. There was a time in my life when I was focused on going. Maybe it was in the early thrift craze in the 2010s or something. And I want to say they restock on Thursdays or something. There's a certain day they restock. And so if you know that, you know when to go and to
Yeah. Well,
well,
I feel like
I feel
they
like they
every day
restock
they.
all the time,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah. They always have their carts when they're pulling out those little carts, and you're like, ooh.
yeah.
Richard Paul Evans talks about, he has a book about money and how to save money and all that stuff. And I remember him talking. He went to one of his clinics or seminars, and this was years ago. He just said this lady really wanted to have like the nice image, she wanted to have the nice things but couldn't afford it, so she knew which days the DI was like you're talking about, and she would go. And so she was always wearing designer clothes because she would get there first thing in the morning and dig through
Hmm.
all the stuff to find so that she could wear designer clothing that she wanted, but
It's not a bad
she
idea.
yeah, got it at a discount. So she figured it out.
I'm kind of convincing myself to go the DI more as we talk about this.
Oh yeah, I love treasure hunting. I don't the thrill of the deal. That's part of me with the deal thing. I love finding something of value for cheap, and I don't need the item, but I just want to find it. So, I mean, there's been part of me for the last couple of years thinking, oh, I should just quit my job and become a full-time like reseller because it'd just be fun. I mean, I wouldn't, just do thrift stores, but find stuff out in the open and kind of like
Deals.
you're watching American Pickers, stuff like that. Just
Mm-hmm. You buy a storage unit,
garage selling storage units would be fun. Going to
Amazon
thrift
pallets.
stores, Amazon pallet. Yeah, the Amazon pallets doesn't thrill me because you didn't find it. I mean, you bought it. To me, it's like the hunt.
Mm.
I mean,
I
I
found
don't.
this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't hunt
You're a
animals.
modern day
I
pirate.
don't kill animals. I just eat them. And so I think maybe that's the equivalent is like they're going out and hunting and finding a good deal.
Yeah.
Maybe it goes back to my baseball card days, going to the baseball card shops looking for the deals or finding that card. So yeah, but you and I had this idea that we should do our Christmas presents early this year.
Yes. And we took
And
your $20 you found.
we took my
Just
$20 a family, split it halfway, so $10 a piece. And you went to the West Jordan store, and I ran all the way up to Centerville
exactly.
because I didn't know which DI we're going to out of the 46.
I'm glad we didn't end up at the same one so that you could see different
Peak,
stuff. Like if there was
peak.
things that I saw and thought of that, they weren't the same. So
But yeah,
we
so
yeah, we have gifts for each other.
we got gifts for each other. So here's your bag.
Thank you.
I'll
Here's
virtually pass
yours.
my bag over.
Who's opening first? I think you need to open first because it's Nate Day.
Oh, it is Nate Day. It is
So
like it's like why does Nate Day have to be so close to my birthday though? That's not fair. I want it like spread throughout.
it's
All
closer to
right.
my birthday than it is to your birthday.
That's true. That's
So
right.
let's
Yeah.
you should
Maybe even
probably turn
say
your
that.
blur
It's
off.
it's it's my day and your day. That's I'm
Yeah.
trying to I'm trying to sneak into your day.
Yeah. Thanks a
Because
lot.
your day is Black Friday this year,
It
right?
is.
At least it's not
Yes.
Thanksgiving. So you gonna Black Friday shop or you gonna celebrate your birthday at Chuck E. Cheese instead?
Chuck E. Cheese, dude. Come on. Do you know me at all? All right, turn your blur off. I gotta see you as you open your gifts.
Oh shoot.
Now, I hope we kind of had the same ideas. I didn't look for things well, one of the things is specific to you, but I found you three gifts that were just the most random
Okay.
crap that I found.
Well, I was kind of doing the same thing. Like I didn't know, but I got you three things, and all of them have a tie-in to our relationship.
Oh, dang it. I should have
So,
see that's what I should have done. I just
and
found the
I'm
most random weird stuff I could find.
and I'm gonna tee you up for one of the best jokes you could have. And if you miss it, I'm gonna be so mad.
Oh no. Okay.
And we're gonna have to pause and do it over
Okay.
just to make sure. But
So the
first
people
thing
will hear
Brandon got me was Car Fox bobblehead.
it.
That's got to be worth some money.
That does work. No, it was in the glass case.
Oh,
So
it
it
was?
it might be worth something. It
It
was
might.
it was the biggest thing in the budget. It was like $7. So you might actually get some good money for that if you sell it. But I figured you'd like the Car Fox bobblehead because
Oh,
if you were selling a car, you'd want to get the most value out of that car, Nate.
well, I'll just when I do need to buy a new car soon. I've been saying it for 2 years now, but
Make sure you get the Car Fox.
I'm just gonna take that with me into I brought the
I will
car
give you
fox.
this for the car in exchange.
Well, it's kind of ironic that we're just talking about hunting. And then,
I know that your favorite decoration is anything antler or bone based.
yes, I'm really into the outdoors and
Use
hunting.
antlers in all of your decorating.
Okay, I'm putting this on. My
And
wife's gonna be
then
mad.
the
It's me.
the
I bet get a
last
picture of
thing,
me.
it's you,
It's me.
exactly.
It's fat Jesus.
It's what is that material? It's
Oh,
like a
plaster? Just
yeah, a plaster of your face.
oh
It
my
looks
gosh.
like you. It's probably Jesus, but
Well,
that's
for the maybe inside joke that maybe you're referring to is I found a Jesus statue at a property, and it's been sitting. Well, my wife finally took it down. It's been on my front porch for like what 6 months, and
yeah.
my wife finally made me take it down.
When we saw
But
that, my wife said, "Get that for Nate. He can put it next to the statue."
I know that's what I'm saying. If I can leave the statue where it is on my Amazon box, and then somehow hang this on the front door, then we got something. Oh
Just
my
just
gosh.
paint it with some color, give it a Nate touch.
Should I give it back to your daughter so she can wrap it up? Not mean touch it up. I mean with some paint.
There you go. I
Okay.
was gonna say the fun thing about this is we're really contributing to the DI because all these things we get are probably just gonna end up back at the DI again.
That's what I was gonna. I've been having that thought the last couple of days. Is um, it's Mitch Hedberg. I think had a joke like when you're walking down the street and somebody hands you a flyer. It's like them saying, "Here, you throw this away."
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
like, "Here,
Here, take
you
this to the
you
DI.
donate this." Jesus isn't going anywhere. They should leave that in my pickleball bag. That's good luck.
There you go.
Then the people, hey,
Until
I
the
got a
day
ball.
it
I got a ball in my
breaks.
bag, and they open the bag and like,
Just the face.
there's a head
Oh,
in
that's
there.
just me. Don't mind me.
Okay,
Okay,
all
so
right,
I
your
open
turn.
yours now.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Okay, because that's I said everything has like a tie-in between me and you.
When the
So
heck did
that
we get ice cream?
damn it, Brandon.
Okay, sorry. Start over. Start over.
That's
Oh,
I
oh,
got
it's a movie.
it's the ringer. It's that time we went and saw the movie and got ice cream after.
Wait, when the did we get ice cream?
Uh
Sorry, I had
okay.
to say it.
I knew you'd get it,
Okay.
but
I jumped the gun on the joke.
yes, you jumped the gun. But I do remember that was one time like, okay, I think Brandon's he's more my speed when we were playing basketball and we were somehow the ringer came up and then you said, when the F did we get ice cream?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
you know
probably
how
said the
long?
actual
I
word.
swear, like after you said that, I looked at thrift stores for like 2 years to find that DVD. So it almost pisses me off that
Do you
it would
want it
just
back?
sit there. I did find it like 2 years ago, I think, at the Goodwill. So I have a copy as well. But
Okay.
yesterday, like I mean, I think because when I'm doing my quick scan, I still have the ringer in my mind. So when I saw it,
Mm,
I'm like, that kind of pisses me off that there it is. It took
that's
me so
funny.
long to find it, but anyways. Yeah, the ringer.
It's classic.
All right.
I already got a sneak peek at this one, and oh boy.
I think those are part of like the brand new stuff they had there. I was like, holy crap.
Why
There
would
you
somebody
go.
give this away?
I know, because
These
that's the
are
gift.
Christmas vacation pajama pants.
Yeah, it's the gift that keeps on giving the
The
whole year.
gift that keeps on giving. Are they my size? These might fit you better than they fit me. Do you want these back too? Wait a minute. You gave me gifts that I was just going to give back to you. That's what
I love
happened.
I love Reese's and Spam. Can I have it?
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah, I can't remember. They had something else that it was like I can't remember. It was an elf costume or something like that. They had a lot of new Christmas pajamas and stuff there. I was pretty
See,
surprised.
it's a good time to go to the DI because you can get some Christmas gifts.
There you go.
Everybody has a white elephant coming up. What better place to get it than the DI?
Yeah. And
And
this
you
next
got
one,
me
okay, because
Brigham.
every time we go to a BYU football game, we try to park at the print mill and it's always full.
This is what it's for.
Yeah.
This is our parking spot. So
Yeah.
if we just wear the shirt,
That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, we work here. You guys need to move.
yeah,
If you just put that's what you should do. Is like
just
somebody's
hang
getting
it
out
on
of the
the
car and it's
car.
full. Yeah. You just say,
Park
hey,
park
sorry,
in the
guys, we need a
biking.
spot. We have somebody coming in with a big truck. You guys need to move.
Yeah.
And then pull the
We
car
could
around.
probably park in the delivery spot because we've got the shirt. So it's
There you go.
perfect.
Oh yeah. If you leave like in your back window, they're like, oh, it's just gotta be an employee.
There you go.
So
We won't get
but
ticketed.
same time, we're probably never going to a BYU game again.
Agreed. But thanks, Nate, for the gifts. They're very
Yeah.
personal, very personable, very, very thoughtful. Mine were, to be honest, pretty just the most random stuff I could find for you. I should have gotten thinking more with what would Nate like? I was gonna get you a number one BYU fan lamp, but that would have been my whole budget.
I know that was the whole hard thing too. With $10, it doesn't go a long way. The
Does
DI,
not go a long way.
so
Not
it's
like it
either
used
buy you
to.
one thing or three things. And like I said, I didn't go in with the intent of finding stuff that would be relatable with you, but it just
Just
happened.
got lucky.
Like the Brigham Young one was just like, I'm like, there's Brigham Young. What does it say? And then I saw the print mill. I'm like, okay, that's got it. I got it. Even though it's a little faded, I'm like, I have to get that one
Our
because
old parking spot.
our parking spot that we never get to park at. We're always too
We've
late.
only parked in. Well, we probably parked in it twice.
A couple times. I parked there a lot.
Well, you get there a lot earlier than when I'm
But
going with
yeah,
you.
we've done a couple times. I think the week before I parked there with my brother-in-law. And then, like I said, I think my mind was just looking for the ringer and I saw it. I'm like, oh, wait. It reminds me of Brandon, actually. So it just turned out. It just turned out.
Well, I did very much have you in mind when we got the face. So
Yes.
I hope to come to your house soon and see that.
Oh, just be at my door. You can drive by anytime.
Anything else about the DI we need to share?
No, it is still fun to go there and treasure hunt for stuff. But like I said, the pricing isn't as good as I would like it to be.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. Well, please let us know what your favorite thing you found at the DI is, your biggest treasure, or your favorite thing, and also where you're getting the deals for this week in Black Friday. And as always, we hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And now
And
is
a happy birthday and a happy Nathan Day. We got lots of fun. Just a good week.
all the things. It is a good week.
Just a good week.
We're gonna have some kind of turkey bowl. Or are you playing pickleball?
I am playing pickleball early in the morning. At 6 o'clock. I don't think anybody's doing a turkey bowl. But have you seen the weather forecast?
No, I have not.
So why like last week was like amazing weather wise.
Oh,
Like it
it's
was in
gonna
the
be
70s.
44, high 44.
So I would guess most games won't happen until later in the morning, right? Until it warms up a little
Warms
bit,
up.
or early afternoon. So I haven't heard anything going down quite yet, but I will do my. They're doing. I think they're calling it a turkey. Or they're calling it. Sorry, it's not turkey bowl. No.
Hey, I'll give a shout out to a friend of the podcast, Chris Serene. He's doing a Turkey Bowl Mario Kart style. So if you want to join, you can do that even in the early morning when it's
Yeah.
still cold. You can
So I'm
join
doing
his
the
Mario Kart.
turkey. Oh, Mario Kart. I haven't played Mario Kart forever. My son's on the esports Mario Kart team. So I
Well,
need to.
have him join. Have him
There
join
you go.
Chris's game. I'll send you the details.
Yeah, I don't think we even own the game.
Oh, well.
He's on the team, but we haven't bought the game yet. They're having a turkey brawl at the West Jordan Pickler
Ah,
place. So I think they're giving us a free T-shirt for going. So I'm like, free T-shirt
I'll be there.
because I don't have enough T-shirts or hats. So
No, you need more.
so that's what I'll be doing early in the morning, and then hopefully some football game breaks out. So are you wanting to play some football?
I'd like to play some football.
Fair enough.
Don't know if it's
So
realistic, but I'd like to. I like to play.
I like to play. Okay. Well, I'll let you know if anything pops up.
I'll say this too. Sorry, I have one more thing to say about the DI. Another popular thing to do in Utah, especially when you go to dances, is to go with your date and pick each other's outfits. That's something we're going to have to do at some point, Nate. I actually did do that for a dance before. One time I went to the DI. I want to say it was an 80s themed dance. And we went and picked out our clothes at the DI prior to the dance. So the more you know. You and I are going to have to pick each other outfits in a part 2 episode at some point, and we'll see what ensues.
But it's hard nowadays because ugly is cool. So I think a lot of people buy the ugly stuff. Like, is there such thing as an ugly sweater anymore? Like,
they're just
they're
sweaters.
just Christmas sweaters now because it's cool to be ugly. So it's getting harder to find the really cool stuff at the thrift stores.
But we will. We'll find something in another episode at some point. Reason for us to dress to the nines.
For $10.
Or
$9.
Or $9.
That should be dressed to the nines. That's what it would be called, dress to the nines. You have to find an outfit
Shoes,
for $9.
Pants, shirt, hat, everything. $9.
$9
out the door. $9 out the door.
That'd be really hard. That'd be really hard at the DI. Shoes alone would be $9.
Well, if we're getting the fancy Kramer shoes, maybe. But anyway, more to come.
Alrighty.
And now we enter the Christmas season. So
it officially begins. Flip the switch.
Flip the switch. The merriment now begins after tomorrow. Thanks for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
And this was a place we just talked about. Goodbye now.
Now do your best gobble.
Gobble, 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 gobble. Come on.